Here we are. We're the 2nd of January, is it?
It's the 3rd of January.
Oh, it's the 3rd of January. Sorry, it's this holiday period. Beth Gish, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right, Gaz. How you doing?
I'm all right, yeah. Apart from the whole world seems to have gone massively crazy straight into the new year.
Yes.
So we did some predictions. I don't know if anybody saw our last video. It was 2026 predictions. And did we have war on our bingo card?
I think we did have war.
Absolutely.
I think we both had war, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we both definitely had war on a bingo card. I didn't think it'd be this quick.
Well, it's 72 hours into the new year, and already it's going down.
So, what's the big news? I'm sure everybody's aware of what the big news is right now. So, President Trump of the Americanos has sent in the military. They did helicopter strikes. They did all sorts of things. They sent in the special forces, and they grabbed the president of the Venezuelan president. And I can't find Maduro. Is that it?
It's Nicolás Maduro. Yes.
Nicolás Maduro and his wife.
It was his wife too, was it?
Yeah, I think they got his wife as well.
Oh,
and apparently they took him, put him on a ship, blew up a load of stuff, put him on a ship, and then he's on his way apparently to New York, where he's going to stand trial for these crimes against America.
Crimes.
Yeah, he's a criminal. He's a criminal against America.
Bad man. It's terrible because he's got all the American oil under Venezuelan soil. It's just terrible.
If he never, I mean, well, there's a few things I want to pick out of this, but one of the things I wanted to pick out of it was where has Venezuela got no air defences? I mean, that's a big because apparently helicopters went in. Now, if Venezuela has got air defences. I mean, I don't know, I weren't there, but surely the air defences, because apparently the Americans never lost anybody in that. Nobody got killed on the American side. I don't know about on the Venezuelan side.
No.
But where were their air defences? And if their air defences were down, does that look like an inside job?
Well, it could well be an inside job if there were no air defences in place. I mean, it's almost as if...
I don't know if their country has got them. But
it looks like they've just walked in, literally,
yeah,
and grabbed him and taken over.
I don't know if you've watched Batman: The Dark Knight, where they use Skyhook to get the Chinaman out of China and extradite him to America. That was the first thing that was in my head. I thought, they've used Skyhook. They've used Batman, and they've grabbed him. But there's two of them, so I don't suppose that line would have held three of them at once. Never mind.
Probably not.
So, this is... Is this going to be? Are we on the brink of World War III?
Well, I mean, this isn't a good situation to be in. It's really not, is it? And America have always said that they plan to run Venezuela, so they're stepping in. So to me, that is, it's a complete...
I don't know how... apparently, it's against international law, what they've just done.
Yes, apparently so. I was having a little peruse around the internet, and on X, international law is trending at the moment. So people are, inquisitive as to whether it's broken many international laws. I don't know.
Just like Israel.
Yes, you could say that.
And the weirder thing is for me as well, not the weirder, another weird thing is over the Christmas period, Netanyahu was invited to the White House, I think, and he was the only one, so Trump and Netanyahu were together, and I think Netanyahu's left now, and then all of a sudden, well, it's not all of a sudden because they were pushing him into a corner, weren't they? They were saying they had all the ships around Venezuela, but it's the knock-on for me. What do you reckon the knock-on's going to be with other countries?
Well, this could have a knock-on effect. I mean, there are a lot of places that are very on the edge at the moment. China and Taiwan. I mean, obviously you've got Ukraine and Russia, and if people start taking sides, which is what happens, then this could escalate, and then certain people could have allies, other people could have allies, and then we could eventually see World War III, couldn't we?
It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest.
Nor me.
I mean, I wonder what the actual because from what Trump said, we'll get into it in a little bit more, but from what I just saw on a Trump live, he was saying, let me just get it up. so I can say these things properly. Trump says running Venezuela is putting America first. So that's putting America first, running Venezuela. What else did he say? This is on the main news. A short time ago, in a press conference with US President Donald Trump, a reporter asked how running Venezuela would be putting America first. I think it is, Trump replied. We want to surround ourselves with good neighbours. We want to surround ourselves with stability. We have tremendous energy in that country. It's very important that we protect it, he said. So if they are going to go in to, if they're going to put boots on the ground when they take over the oil, a big question for me is there going to be any backlash from the actual Venezuelans themselves or the Venezuelan military? I mean, is this a done deal now? Is this done? Is it just like, okay, we've snatched him out? Where does it go from here?
It's not exactly democratic, is it?
It doesn't appear to be to me.
The Venezuelan people, the majority may be happy with him. We don't know.
I don't know.
The majority may not be, but it's for them to decide.
You know, and I know the media is very, very, I'd say, untrustworthy, to say the least.
Yes.
So if they're saying one thing, it's not necessarily a good idea to take that on face value, in my opinion.
This is true.
Over the last few years, this has been evident. Even when the BBC doctored what Trump was saying, and he was talking about suing them. So I'm not a mile away out of this into the wilderness with this. They are really untrustworthy.
Yes.
So they could be saying to us lot, oh no, the Venezuelans are really happy now. Well, we'll see, won't we? Or will we? If they do kick back, with social media and stuff, maybe we will see, like on Telegram, because perhaps you do get to see a lot more on Telegram than you do anywhere else.
There's more people power, isn't there now? Ordinary people can be commenting and they can find out things, can't they? And then post it on Twitter, and then it goes all around the world. Yeah. Well, we can't call it Twitter anymore; it's X, isn't it? But I'll always call it Twitter, and I'll always say tweeting.
I wasn't on Twitter. I just couldn't be doing with it. And now I'm on X. It's like a. It begins with H. It begins with S and ends in hit. Puddle.
It's a bit of a hellhole.
It's a bit messy in there.
It
is, and you sort of look at some of the stuff, and it's like, I can only look at it for so long, and I have to go, oh no, I can't. This don't want this doing my head in. But I weren't on Twitter at all. I just didn't like Twitter at all. But when Elon Musk took it on, I thought, oh no, I'll have a look at this now. Yeah. So I did, and I've been there. But okay. So we've got the Russian aspect on this. So it says Lavrov, I can't say these names. No. Lavrov holds phone call with Venezuelan vice president. US forces seized the South American nation's leader, Nicolás Maduro, early on Saturday. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has held a phone call with the Venezuelan executive vice president Delcy Rodriguez and expressed solidarity with the people of the South American nation in the face of US aggression. The conversation took place on Saturday shortly after the US President Donald Trump announced the following large-scale strikes on Venezuela. American special forces had captured and taken the nation's leader. I mean, I don't know. So on that, for me, the thing is, on that, does that mean that Putin can go into the Ukraine and snatch Zelensky?
This is the thing, isn't it? I mean, what's good for the goose? But what's good for Trump isn't necessarily, he thinks he's a law unto himself, doesn't he? And if he wants to do something, he does it.
It does appear that way. And like you say, it doesn't sound very democratic.
It doesn't, does it?
It doesn't really. I think, but I don't know. Is this, another thing, is this part of the one world government plan?
Who knows? Perhaps they're planning Trump as being president of the universe. Who knows?
So we'll continue. The conversation took place on Saturday, shortly after US President Donald Trump announced that following large-scale strikes on Venezuela, American special forces had captured and taken the nation's leader, Nicolás Maduro, out of the country. Lavrov, this is a quote, Lavrov expressed firm solidarity with the Venezuelan people in the face of armed aggression. End quote. The foreign ministry said in a statement, adding that Moscow will continue to support Venezuela's policy of defending the country's sovereignty and national interests. Now, I'm reading this, right? This is a thing, right? So I'm reading this from a banned website in the UK, a media website.
I know of it. Yes.
Yeah, well, I won't get into what it is, but apparently you can't view this in the UK. Fortunate for me, I'm not in the UK, so well, not on my computer anyway. So yeah, it's both Lavrov, I wish they'd had better names, and Rodriguez expressed their support for preventing further escalation and for finding a way out of the situation through dialogue, the ministry said. Both sides also voiced commitment to furthering the Russian-Venezuelan Strategic Partnership Agreement. Under the Venezuelan constitution, Rodriguez is next in line of succession if the president is no longer capable of fulfilling his duties. However, Trump has stressed that the US will be involved in deciding who rules in the oil-rich Southern American country. And I quote, "We can't take a chance on letting somebody else run and just take over where Maduro left off," end quote. He told Fox News in a phone interview on Saturday. So we're making that decision now. There's more. There's a bit more. Oh, shall I do it? I'll do it. Washington has maintained that the Venezuelan president is illegitimate, and he offered a $50 million bounty for information leading to his arrest. Maybe that's why these things went down. There weren't no anti-air. I don't know. Maybe.
Yes, could be.
It could be. The U.S. Department for Justice has now incited Maduro, his wife, and his son for illegally seizing Venezuela and its institutions, I quote, to transport thousands of tons of cocaine into the US. Moscow has urged Washington to release the captured president and his wife. I quote, "We emphasise the need to create conditions for resolving any existing issues between the United States and Venezuela through dialogue," end quote, the foreign ministry said in a statement. Yeah.
It's all a bit of. I mean, this started off, didn't it, a few weeks ago with with Trump blowing up a few boats that he said.
Yeah, and I saw things on that, and they said those boats can't reach America with those little petrol engines they had.
But all of a sudden, it's gone from the drug cartels to oil.
Oil.
We must protect the oil.
Yeah, we want. It's in the national interest. So if it's in the national interest of the Americans to take over a country and its resources, does that mean it can go anywhere and do that?
Presumably so.
I mean, I watch a guy called Max Egan. And I don't know if anybody's heard of Max Egan, but he's been saying since the beginning of the Israeli demolition of Gaza, and some would say the genocide in Gaza, he was saying what happens there will happen around the world. And don't get me wrong, I don't know if this guy who's in Venezuela is a bad guy or not. But as far as I'm concerned, and I think most of the British people are concerned, we've got Starmer.
Exactly.
Can somebody come and lift him up and take him away? I mean, I don't think you'd hear any of the British. I don't think too many British people would be complaining if they lifted up the whole of Parliament. And took him away.
There will be one condition, so long as Trump doesn't, step in.
Well, imagine if he did.
Can you imagine?
You just...
I'm your Prime Minister now. Can you imagine?
This is what I'm saying. One world. Mm-hmm. One world government.
Yes.
One world government. Mm-hmm. I mean, where is the EU on? Where is the outcry for the international law?
There doesn't seem to be any outcry whatsoever.
Where is it with Israel?
Yes.
Apparently they're supposed to have had a ceasefire, and all that you keep seeing is people are getting blown up and killed and shot by them.
I think they've broken that ceasefire hundreds of times since October.
Allegedly.
Hundreds. Allegedly. Who knows? We're not there.
Well, we're not there, so we can't really say, can we? Yeah, so a bit that I found on Telegram, there's a few bits that are quite interesting, really. One of them is this.
I would like to thank Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of the State of Israel.
I promise one day we'll have a close relationship between Venezuela and Israel.
I myself look forward to visit the state of Israel as soon as we conquer freedom. We will prevail.
And I can announce this, that our government will move our Israeli embassy to Jerusalem.
Make of that what you will. That was one thing that I saw, and I think she is the leader of the opposition. I'm not 100% sure. Remind me not to do Sky News again, because if I didn't realise it did that. It just plays automatically. What else did I have? There was a couple of other bits I had. One of these was, it says it's, these are things I've seen. I'm not saying they're true. But one of the things I saw was this. And it says, uncensored AI, right? Now, I don't know if that's a thing, but this is just something I've seen online. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying I saw it. Does Venezuela have a Rothschild-controlled central, and I'm presuming that means a central bank. And then it says, the uncensored AI allegedly has said, no, Venezuela does not. The Banco Central de Venezuela, BCV, is state-owned and independent of Rothschild influence. Venezuela's refusal to submit to the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, and Rothschild banking has led to the US-led economic warfare and regime change attempts. Now, I don't know how true that is. I don't know how you'd even look that up, to be fair.
No,
but
I don't.
But maybe we'll get into that more in the future
As things progress.
as things go further. What was the other one I saw? There's some of that. I don't want to play that because it's like bombs and everything. I don't really want to do that. So the US oil companies are also going in to take over, and they're going to take over. How's this going to? What precedent is this setting around the world?
Exactly. Like I say, you go in on one reason. There's they gave the reason of the drugs and I think it was weapons trafficking and things like that.
I know it was drugs. It was
drugs. Yeah, but I think the charges are so there are some weapons charges as well. I think I did read what the charges were. He's been indicted in New York, Maduro, on drugs and weapons charges. But now it's all about the oil. Control of the oil by the seam of it.
Well, the other thing is, I saw this, and it says the opposition leader poised to. This is AF Post on X. The opposition leader poised to succeed Maduro, Maria Corina Machado, is a fervent Zionist who has pledged to move Venezuela's embassy in Israel to Jerusalem. Now, I'm not saying...
Careful.
I'm not saying
no, don't.
that the people that wear the small hats are running the show here, but at the same time, I wouldn't be at all surprised, because since 2020, a lot of things are pointing in that direction, that Israel is got more power than... I absolutely do believe Israel has got more power on the world now than it's ever had. Ever. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, you tell me in the comments what you think. I have my opinions. I'll keep them to myself right now. But, I think we could potentially be on the breakout of a third world war very soon.
I think this could escalate quite quickly.
I think it could.
As nations start to take sides.
And invade other countries.
Well, yes.
If you can set a precedent where you're invading one country, what's to stop Zelensky, Putin now? Because he's even saying he's not happy with Putin. In his press conference?
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he was saying that Trump was saying that he's not happy with Putin. There's too much blood being spilled. He didn't say whose blood. He said last month there were 30,000 deaths in the military.
Goodness.
In a month. Yeah, but who? On what side?
This is the thing.
I know all sides are getting it, but which side's getting it harder than the other?
Mm-hmm. I think we can probably speculate.
And I think also another thing is we've got Israel is looking at attacking Iran again.
This could all end in tears, couldn't it?
As far as I'm concerned, right, make love, make peace, go and enjoy yourself, because it's definitely later than you think.
Yes, I think you're right.
I think they've got that doomsday clock, and I think we're pretty close to striking midnight. What do you think?
I think it's almost there, isn't it? And just a couple more ticks, tick tock, And
it's all
there
done.
You go.
Anyway, Beth Gish, thank you very much for being here with me with this one.
Thanks, Gaz.
And I'll see you next time. And anybody leave a comment. I'd be very, very grateful to see what you think about all this. Let's hope we're here next week to do another one.
Fingers crossed.
Oh my God.